Perception of what is important as an important matter is totally relevant to a situation. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, Save Money More with Jan channel. What do I mean by that? Do you remember a few months ago, it was actually about October, which was not all that long ago, but for some reason feels like it was long ago. But technically, last October was not that long ago. We're in February now, a few months later. So not that long ago. Remember when all of us were concerned about a dock workers strike, including me, because I knew it would have definite effects on the supply chain. This was very real. This was a very real potential threat. And it had effects on the supply chain. That means it had effects on prices and availability. And of course, at that point, being October, we were concerned about the around the corner time of the Christmas holiday season. So you see where all of us, we were thinking back then. There's nothing wrong in being surprised or concerned about situations like that and the potential threat of situations like that. Nothing wrong with that at all. What I found really interesting and kind of wrong was when the people went into this panic shopping mode. Panic shopping mode and hoarding in a way for some. It's never really good. It's never really good because I do believe that people make a lot of mistakes spending slash overspending at that point. Not that it's wrong to have a stockpile of groceries, etc. I'm always encouraging that, always, all the time. Not talking about that, but I'm talking about, oh, now all of a sudden, where does this come from? Who are the people that are usually doing that, like rapid shopping like that? I rather live in the non-hurried shopping mode because that way I make smart and wise, frugal choices that saves me money in the long run. I do believe that if we get into the panic shopping mode, what's more than likely going to happen? You're just going to buy any old which way thing here, there, and everywhere, not even concerning about the prices and perhaps spending or overspending a ton of money. So here's the baffling question. While things are quieter, I mean, in life, we never know what happens. Weather changes, catastrophes, things of that nature. We do not know. We don't have crystal ball in front of us to figure out, oh, next week there's going to be an emergency. No, we don't have that. Not possible. All right. But while things are in a quiet mode, I don't understand why we don't take advantage of that. I mean, there are instances in general throughout the year, especially in the wintertime, right? Oh, you hear there's going to be a snowstorm. It's going to snow, let's say 6 to 8 inches. And all of a sudden, you can't find a bottle of water or whatever it is. And, people are just lined up outside the store trying to bang down the doors to get in. Why do we do this last minute thing? I remember an old expression growing up when I was a kid. I used to hear my mother say it, probably other people too. Haste makes waste. Haste makes waste is still true to today. So if we go on the panic shopping mode, it stands to reason that we're going to make quick decisions that are going to cost. So here's my encouraging message for today. While things are relatively quiet, this is the time. This is when I encourage, like anyone with a few bucks every single week, to separate that from your shopping. If you shop twice a month, for example, I would hold 10, 15, 20 bucks every shopping period that you have just to devote to the extra things that you're going to add to your stockpile. It may go to your longer term or your current term, whatever, okay? But extra 10, 15, 20, whatever your, affordability is. It's not so much many times the affordability. Some people complain, well, where am I going to put the stuff? And of course, I've done a lot of shows about that. We could check them out. And we'll do more in the future about where to put stuff, okay? That's not even the issue. I think the real issue is the initial decision before you walk out the door or before you get onto the website of which you order your food. Perhaps you're ordering in from a website. Okay, whatever method of shopping you're using is not the issue. It's the decisions we make about our inventory prior to making our decision of what we're going to get. It's the reminder. If you have to put a sticky note, literally, remember old fashioned good old post-its, these little sticky note, put it near your computer or wherever you're working, or your phone, or wherever, your little home office or kitchen table, whatever. Some of the best things have come from kitchen table offices, trust me on that. Um, Put a post-it there and remind yourself, money for stockpile, include shop for stockpile. If that is what it is going to take to help you to, get the ball rolling, that's great. Again, I emphasize, while it's nice and quiet, and just imagine, let's say that you've consistently for, let's say, 3 months spent $10 a week towards a stockpile. You're building yourself already a wonderful, wonderful inventory of stockpile. It accumulates little by little by little, but even though it's little, it keeps growing, right? You're not subtracting in terms of being wasteful. You're using it. Your stockpile is a concurrent thing. I call it a living and breathing thing. That's the way I put it. Because, you just don't you don't set it and forget it. It is there and it is your friend and it will eventually save you money. But this panic shopping mode thing, it's just so not necessary. Do you really like standing on long lines? Do you really like, going into places where the shelves are half empty and all this crazy competition? It's really important to keep abreast too of things like sometimes the supply chain is interrupted. Like right now, as I'm recording this, the price of eggs is like beyond ridiculous. Okay. So because of certain circumstances, supply, demand, you know how that works. Okay. Other things like canned goods go up and down, coffee, tea, everything goes up and down, if you will, mainly up. Okay. And usually it remains up. So why wouldn't I want to pay or have yesterday's prices on my inventory shelves at home, yesterday's prices, as opposed to tomorrow's prices? Why would I want to live for tomorrow's prices? More than likely tomorrow's prices are going to go up, okay, on certain things especially. Now, in this particular year, at this particular time, it is my utmost hope that certain things will help certain things to go down, but I'm not just going to sit around and wait for it. I want to be proactive and get the best possible prices. So while you're putting your XYZ number of dollars away towards your stockpile, take that advantage of while things are nice, slow, steady. You're not trampling all over each other, banging down the doors just to get into the grocery store. You want to avoid that kind of situation at all costs. The clarity of thinking is gone, and your wallet is going to leak, if not hemorrhage, at that point. Can you afford to have a leaky wallet? I don't think so. Most people viewing this kind of a channel are careful people and don't like a leaky wallet, let alone a hemorrhaging wallet. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate your time. All the best to you. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. Have an amazing day. If this cuts off, oh, we get into our modes.